Is right now the best time to be buying drip? I have found some very interesting bits of data, and this is going to be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly so that you can make more of a decision at the end. I am not a financial advisor. This is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. You can find more information out there. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this. First up, we can see drip's price is at historic lows right now. At the time of me recording this video, 64 cents. And with that being said, what is the saying in investing? Buy low, sell high. So if you were to buy drip at these lowest price points and you believe in the project and the market starts to make a run up, this is the ample opportunity people have been looking for. But it's very important to note that yes, the drip price could go down further. How much further could it go down? We're already seeing it at very low levels. A lot of people were not expecting to see drip drop below $1. But at the same time, a lot of people weren't expecting Bitcoin to be dropped down this low for this long. A lot of people weren't expecting FTX to do its collapse this year or Terra Luna to do its collapse this year. This has been an absolutely crazy year for all of crypto. In fact, from a historic standpoint, it's considerably the worst year of crypto that it's ever seen. But these things move in cycles. And so at some point, things start to make a reversal. And with the drip reward system that pays out if people participate in the faucet, then guess what? What we've been seeing is that over the year and a half or so of drip's existence, it has maintained being able to continue doing that. Obviously, when you have to mint more tokens because of low trading volume activity, which is what we've been seeing recently, that creates an opportunity where the price per token becomes devalued. And what we're also seeing is that there's a substantial amount of selling pressure primarily going on through PancakeSwap. So there's buying drip through the main website. So imagine right now if somebody bought drip through here, they get it for 64 cents. They don't get hit with that 10% fee because they bought it through the drip's official website and using their liquidity pool, 64 cents there. And then they go over to the PancakeSwap side and they decide to sell it there for 69 cents, 69 and a half cents. They would get hit by a 10% fee. So it's not like you can just straight make profit instantly doing this. There's a 10% fee for selling drip. My point is that if you were to look this up for the PancakeSwap volume activity, the books down here, we can actually see that it's predominantly red, right? Because why would someone buy it for a higher price on PancakeSwap when they could go buy it for cheaper over through the drip website and not be hit by the 10% fee for buying? So that's one thing definitely to keep in mind. Another thing to point out is look at the value of each of these transactions that they're selling. $91. So it's less than $100 value. But then we go into $9.41, $9.42, $12.03. Then there's another one over $100, $14.65, $7.96. You get the point, right? So many of these transactions that are being sold are $20 or less, $30 or less. Heck, roughly around $100 is the high level that we're seeing. So when you take that into account, that's suggesting that there's not a lot of big wallets that are actually selling off. What you're seeing is more of the smaller wallets, and the larger people just keep doing their thing. People are believing in the more long term of this project. So one thing to also keep in mind is that later today, the 27th, we're expecting Forex Shark to be doing an injection into drip. This was talked about before. It should still be on track to do so. That will help feed into the tax vault. So the concerns over seeing a massive increase in the amount of tokens of drip due to low trading volume activity, guess what? The animal farm, which is now officially live, helps contribute back over into feeding into the tax vault, supporting the drip network's ecosystem. So there's that element that's in play. And when we have these manual injections that are looking to be converted over, hopefully in the near future, to being automated, that is also something that helps support the reward system for everyone else. If you don't know much about how the actual mechanics works of drip, there's other videos that are out there. But long story short, buying, selling, compounding, claiming, all those sort of elements has percentages that helps contribute towards the tax vault, which helps pay out the reward system, that 1% per interest per day. So if you guys want to participate in joining that 1% through the drip faucet, I do have a referral address down in the description below. You guys are more than welcome to use that. I appreciate it if you guys do. And there's also going to be a link to a tutorial video so you know how to get started on that process. But in addition to what we should be seeing, hopefully it does happen today, of Forex Shark doing this injection, we also are seeing in the Telegram for drip something very interesting. People are rallying this time around saying send drip to the tax vault challenge. A lot of people are saying this. People are starting to rally doing this. They are manually selling their, or sorry, not selling, they're sending their own amounts of drip to the tax vault just to help in the stability of the whole market system. I have not seen this before personally. This is something that seems to be happening this evening, and a lot of people seem to be partaking in it. I don't know how many other people will continue to do so, but they've been running some different estimates in there. And it's pretty interesting, the different theories people are having based on how many people are doing what. So I recommend you guys go join the Drip Telegram if you want to go and see what the up-to-date conversations are with that. And I'll have a link in the description for the Telegram group on that as well. All right, so some other key elements to take in mind is Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and move into that. I'm going to try and keep this video pretty short. Looking at Bitcoin here, we have moving averages, the 200 and the 20-day. What's very interesting is that on the 20-day moving average, we are very close. If drip was to pass above that line, historically seen here, we can see that there's been nice price rallies taking place. Each of these times, not every single time, but many of these times as it's come across, it's had a nice significant run, right? Here we saw another little run before it started to pull back again, and then it did drop down lower. But when it crossed above this line, back around that of April 2020, boom, it made a significant run. Then when it fell back down below the next time it came across, made a nice set of gains, came down, rejected, and boom, started to go back up, hit a new all-time high. There was a little moment here back around March of 2022 this year, and then it had that further decline, but it was a very, very brief time period. We're looking at this on a 1-week time frame, just FYI. So right now things are very low volume, and when we take a look over here on the trends, something else very interesting. Look at this. For Bitcoin over the last 12 months, Bitcoin is near some of its most historic lows. So that creates an ample opportunity where we might see interest start to increase. And what does that mean? We might see a lot more buyers coming into the market itself. So looking at this metric right here, the fact that it's so low at the moment means that there's much more probability of interest going up rather than the interest continuing to go down. In addition to that, we can take a look at drip. See this nice significant increase? Well, there's something interesting to go with this because obviously drip could mean many different things, right? If we take a look on the first set of page results, best drip coffee maker 2022, Ric Flair drip wheat, like none of this stuff here is obviously related to the drip token. But what's interesting is if we go to the second page, we can see number 7. Drip token price up 1,850% for interest. Drip network price up 1,400%. Drip crypto price at number 10 up 900%. Significant levels of interest in searching, trying to find out more information on what's going on with drip. People are paying attention to the price right now, whether you think that they are or they aren't. And a lot of people are wondering, when's the good time to buy? Because as it is right now, of the selling pressure that we're getting, it doesn't look like it's very much that's going on, and of those, it's very small quantities. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, something else to also point out is that with Bitcoin, the miners, there is currently a huge winter storm going on that's pushing a lot of these miners to shutting off their equipment, and we might end up seeing adjustments in the Bitcoin mining in the near future where they lower the processing of this, the hash rate, so that miners can actually be able to earn more. It does adjust itself periodically over time. And if we take a look over here on Glassnode, this is the Bitcoin difficulty regression model, where black is identifying as the Bitcoin price and the purple is the difficulty itself. So what does that mean? That means for the purple line, the Bitcoin miners, to keep their equipment operational and running, That's what is costing them to do so on the average. Whereas the black line is what Bitcoin itself is actually providing for price. And taking a look at this, we can see variations over the course of time. This green line here, we can see we just started to enter into this period. Best case scenario, I would say we would enter into something similar like what took place back in 2010. Although back then we were seeing predominantly a push with retail investors, not so much as we have a large accrued level of interest from institutional investors now. But that's actually a good thing that we have the institutional investors, because that large volatility also means less likelihood of significant price drops. Think of it like this. With FTX's collapse, Terra Luna, and a lot of these other things that happened this year, the fact that Bitcoin is at where it's at and it's not way worse, and we didn't see these huge drop-offs like we did back over here in 2018, I think that is a strong testament that the market overall is still very bullish, still has a lot of faith and belief in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically. We're seeing countries such as El Salvador making it their own currency. So yes, there are regulations that are coming into place, and as a whole, the crypto market is taking a huge hit this year. But again, we had some crazy catalysts that just made this year an absurdity, right? On top of it, everything else too, the price run up to $69,000, that was quite a run. And a lot of people did look at that as being a bit overextended. So the fact that it pulled back, not surprising. The following events that took place afterwards was just very unfortunate. So what does this mean? It means with this line being so close to that purple line, we could actually start to see this make a climb back up and start making another significant run. Hopefully we see circumstances like what we saw here around the 2015 period, or again, even better if we saw it back in like the 2010. But I think the 2010 is much less likely. And then also we could see some of these other time periods where there were these runs that started to take place. But obviously in the red zones, it's the best. We do see little reversal periods where it's just a short time span before things started to make a move into another direction. But yeah, so that's something for you guys to keep in mind as well. And I believe that is it for my coverage for you guys on this. The yellow line was that 20-day moving average. So yeah, crossing above that looks like things could be very good. And historically, this red line has been showing itself for the 200-day moving average to be a nice support level overall up until about June of this year. So if it can cross above that yellow line, there's not much space that's needed for it to go above the red. Things would be looking quite good just by crossing over that yellow line because of these historical trends that we've been seeing at these different price points, right? So that May 2020, really strong run. Would absolutely love to see that start to happen. And as we can see right here, low volume, it's going sideways, but that yellow line is going down. So if that yellow line goes down, price continues to stay sideways, creates very little needed action to have the price go above that line. And from many trading standpoints, we could see that is that big catalyst to start pushing that up. Again, this is looking at this stuff on the weekly here, so we could be right around the corner for Bitcoin starting to make that move. And with the additional information on Drip, the last thing I guess I'll say with this is that don't forget that we have marketing right around the corner when these other utilities are getting ready to push out. Forex Shark has been putting a lot of the marketing focus on, all of the marketing focus really, over on that of the animal farm. But with Drip, he has a team of 4 developers, and that is looking to have a lot of utilities be released by the middle of January, if everything goes according to plan, which I hope it will. We don't know for sure. It's something to look forward to. That's just a couple weeks away, and those could be some really bullish things. The Scratchies, the Dog Pound, the Dogs of Fortune, you got the fiat on-ramping, that's an opportunity that's there, the new UI, so on and so on, and then the actual marketing push for all of those things. So think of it like this, right? Crypto market prices are down, BNB starts to go up. We're going to see a correlation with Drip that should help drive that price up as well. The price of Drip is at historic lows. People could be gobbling this up tremendously. We have injections that are starting to happen at these intervals from the animal farm. You guys get the point. So I personally, in my opinion, not financial advice, I'm looking quite good at Drip, and I think that there's more opportunity that we could see Drip start to make that increase, the crypto market start to make that increase here in the very near future. There is still that risk that it could go down more, but guys, how much lower could it really be going in the near term? in the far term, there could be some unexpected things that come up. But I think at this point, things are starting to look on the upside. Let us know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. And I do have that referral link if you guys want to use that to jump on board for the 1% interest through the drip faucet. And that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.